Most cities slow down at night, but in Osaka, that's when the food scene really begins. As the sun sets, neon lights reflect across the canals, smoke rises from street grills, and crowds gather around small food stalls serving some of Japan's most iconic dishes. Osaka is often called Japan's kitchen, a city built around eating, where locals take pride in simple, bold flavors served fast and hot. From busy food streets packed with takoyaki and grilled skewers to narrow alleys hiding late-night ramen shops and izakayas, the city offers a completely different experience after dark. In this video, we're exploring where Osaka really eats at night, from its most famous street food districts to the late-night spots that keep the city alive until morning. Dotonbori, Osaka's street food heart. If there's one place that defines how Osaka eats at night, it's Dotonbori. Running alongside the canal in the Namba district, this neon-lit street comes alive after dark. Giant billboards glow above the water, crowds move shoulder to shoulder, and the smell of grilled batter, sweet sauce, and sizzling seafood fills the air long before you reach the food stalls. This is where Osaka's most iconic street food takes center stage. One of the must-tries here is takoyaki, small round balls made from batter and filled with pieces of octopus. Vendors cook them in special cast iron molds, turning each ball quickly with metal picks until the outside is golden, while the inside stays soft and creamy. They're finished with sweet sauce, mayonnaise, and a sprinkle of bonito flakes that dance in the heat. Another local favorite is okonomiyaki, often described as a savory pancake. It's made with cabbage, batter, and a choice of meat or seafood, cooked on a flat grill and topped with thick sauce, mayo, and dried seaweed. You'll also find stalls grilling butter soy scallops and crab legs, brushed with sauce as they cook over open flames, filling the street with a rich, smoky aroma. It's loud, crowded, and full of energy, the kind of place where people stop, eat, and move on before heading to the next stall. Street food prices usually range between 500 and 1,200 Japanese yen, or about $3 to $8 USD per item. Location: Dotonbori Street, Namba District, Osaka. Kuromon Market, Osaka's food playground. If Dotonbori is where Osaka eats fast, Kuromon Ichiba Market is where it explores everything else. Known as Osaka's kitchen, this covered market stretches for several blocks through the city, packed with vendors selling everything from fresh seafood to ready-to-eat street food. By late afternoon and into the evening, the market shifts from shopping to grazing, with people moving slowly from stall to stall. The food here is all about variety. One of the most popular items is grilled scallops, cooked fresh on the spot and topped with butter and soy sauce. The shells sit directly over small grills, bubbling as the sauce caramelizes into the meat. Another must-try is fresh tuna sashimi, sliced thick and served immediately, often eaten standing right at the stall. You'll also find vendors selling uni and oysters, opened fresh and served with minimal seasoning to highlight their natural flavor. For something warmer, stalls offer wagyu beef skewers, lightly grilled so the fat melts instantly, creating a rich, buttery bite. Compared to the chaos of Dotonbori, Kuromon feels more focused on the food itself, slower, more deliberate, but just as satisfying. Prices here are slightly higher, typically ranging between 800 and 2,000 Japanese yen, or about $5 to $13 USD depending on the item. Location: Kuromon Ichiba Market, Chowo Ward, Osaka. Shinsekai, Osaka's gritty comfort food district. If Kuromon shows Osaka's variety, Shinsekai shows its personality. Located around the iconic Sutenkaku Tower, this old neighborhood feels completely different from the polished streets of central Osaka. Neon signs stack on top of each other, narrow streets glow under bright lights, and the atmosphere is louder, more casual, and a little rough around the edges. This is where locals come for one thing: kushikatsu. Kushikatsu are deep-fried skewers of meat, seafood, and vegetables, coated in batter and fried until golden. You'll see everything from pork and chicken to shrimp, lotus root, and even cheese, all lined up on sticks and dropped into bubbling oil. The key rule here is simple: no double dipping. Each skewer is dipped once into a shared container of savory sauce before being eaten hot and fresh. You'll also find small restaurants serving dotoyaki, a slow, simmered beef tendon dish cooked in miso and mirin, rich and slightly sweet, perfect alongside a cold drink. Compared to the busy crowds of Dotonbori, Shinsekai feels more local and relaxed. People sit outside small eateries, eating skewers one after another while the smell of frying oil drifts through the streets. Prices are affordable, with most skewers costing between 100 and 200 Japanese yen, or about $1 to $2 USD each. Location: Shinsekai District, Osaka. Hozenji Yokocho, a quiet alley, still full of flavor. Just a short walk from the chaos of Dotonbori, Hozenji Yokocho feels like stepping into a different side of Osaka. This narrow stone-paved alley is lined with traditional wooden restaurants and softly lit lanterns, creating a calm contrast to the bright neon streets nearby. The sound of the city fades slightly here, replaced by quieter conversations and the steady rhythm of small kitchens at work. The food in Hozenji Yokocho leans toward classic Japanese comfort dishes. Many restaurants serve okonomiyaki, cooked fresh on hot iron plates right in front of you. The batter sizzles as cabbage, pork, or seafood is mixed in, then flipped and topped with sweet sauce, mayonnaise, and dried bonito flakes. You'll also find yakitori, skewers of chicken grilled over charcoal, lightly seasoned with salt or brushed with the sweet soy glaze. The meat cooks slowly, picking up a subtle smoky flavor from the fire. Some spots specialize in oden, a simple but comforting dish where ingredients like daikon, eggs, tofu, and fish cakes simmer in a light broth, soaking up the flavor over time. It's not loud or rushed here, just small tables, warm food, and a slower pace that lets you settle into the night. Prices vary depending on the restaurant, but most dishes range between 800 and 2,000 Japanese yen, or about $5 to $13 USD. Location: Hozenji Yokocho Alley, Namba, Osaka. Late night Osaka, ramen, izakayas, and midnight bites. Long after the crowds thin out in Osaka, the city keeps eating. Downside streets and tucked between glowing signs, small ramen shops and izakayas stay open late into the night. These are the places locals head to after work, after drinks, or simply when they're not ready to go home yet. One of the most common sights is a steaming bowl of ramen, rich broth poured over noodles and topped with slices of pork, soft boiled eggs, and green onions. The aroma is deep and comforting, cutting through the cool night air as diners lean over their bowls in quiet focus. Nearby, izakayas serve a steady flow of small plates. You'll find yakitori, grilled chicken skewers cooked over charcoal, alongside dishes like karaage, Japanese fried chicken that's crisp on the outside and juicy inside. Plates come out quickly, designed for sharing while drinks are poured and conversations carry on into the night. Some spots stay open until the early hours, with people moving in and out for one last bite before the city finally begins to slow. It's less chaotic than the main food streets, but just as important, a quieter side of Osaka's food culture that keeps going long after midnight. Late-night meals typically range between 800 and 1,500 Japanese yen, or about $5 to $10 USD. Location: late-night ramen shops and izakayas across Namba and central Osaka. By the end of the night in Osaka, it becomes clear that this city is built around one thing: eating. From the neon chaos of Dotonbori to the endless variety inside Kuromon Ichiba Market and the nostalgic streets of Shinsekai, every part of Osaka offers a different way to experience its food culture. Some streets move fast, packed with people grabbing takoyaki and moving on. Others slow down, where meals are shared over skewers, grilled dishes, and late-night drinks in small alleyway restaurants like Hozenji Yokocho. And even after the main streets quiet down, the city keeps going, with ramen shops and izakayas serving one last meal before the night finally fades. Because in Osaka, food isn't just part of the culture, it is the culture.